Yeah, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? And we are back with some more Dokkan battle. And in today's video, we will be taking on some of these new artificial life form red zone fights, starting off with META-RILLDO. But as y'all can see, it says I've already cleared the stage, and that is correct. So about a week ago, I did record this fight, but when I sat down to edit this video, the audio was kind of messed up. So, I could have scrapped the video and just moved on to the baby fights, right? But I said to myself, you know what? How about we just re-record the fight and we'll just take the same team that we brought in that fight. So that's what we're going to do here today. We're going to take the same team that I have here. I wanted to use the two new Dokkan Fest characters, right? Without the Easy A's. So without the Gamma 1 and 2, and then the Ultimate Gohan and Tech Piccolo. So this is the team that we're going to use to take on this fight, and we're just going to jump right in. All right, starting off the bat, our rotations are really good. We have really solid rotations. So we'll leave UI Goku in slot 1. Let's do that. We'll give 3 ki to the gods. Our field of ki is not the best. Okay. As long as Gamma 2 is able to get a super attack in slot 3. Remember, he can do 5 attacks in slot 3. So we're in a good spot. We are in a really good spot here. Unfortunately, we wasn't able to give UI Goku his 24 ki because he does do guaranteed crits at 24 ki. Even though he still can crit, right? He still can crit. I think in his super attack effect, it's like a 50% chance. Let me double check. I want to say it's a 50% chance. Or did they buff it to 70 when he got his Easy A? But we know he cannot be touched his first turn, so he's good. And then the gods as well. The gods are really good their first turn. When you have 77% damage reduction and guard, it's going to be very tough for you to take damage, straight up. No, they kept it at the same. So I pulled up UI Goku's super attack effect, and they kept it the same. So he still keeps his 50% chance to crit with his super attack effect. But at 24 ki, he does have guaranteed crit. And then we obviously know Gamma 2 does need to build up. He needs to do 5 attacks. So putting him in slot 3 should guarantee us to get him fully built up, because he's going to do 4 attacks at least, and then he's going to do enough attacks to trigger the hidden potential system. And even if it's a normal, will still build him up. But we prefer supers. Okay, did we fail the hidden potential system? Because I want to say he only did 4 attacks. Let's float. We could keep Golden Frieza on rotation, because once we show back up on turn 4, Gogeta will show up. Do we want to do that? I do want to keep, yes, let's do that, because I do want to keep the Golden Frieza Gogeta card on the opposite rotation of Blue Goku, because Blue Goku, you need either Future Saga characters or the entire rotation being super class, and Golden Frieza and Gogeta is obviously an extreme class character. So let's keep Golden Frieza and Gogeta on rotation. So we'll float off my Gamma 2 as well. And then, okay, we can give Gamma 2 a super attack. Okay. We are good. We're looking good this rotation. We are looking good. Golden Frieza should be fine, even if Rildo decides to super here. Psych! He dodged it. Y'all know the rules. Flex with me. Yes. I know there's no face cam. I know. I am still a little sick, right? Face cam will be returning. I know y'all miss seeing my pretty face, but the face cams will be coming back. But y'all know the rules. When you dodge a super attack, you gotta flex. Just know I gave y'all a flex. Just know. Golden Frieza actually gave us some good damage, and you can debuff him. So yes, I did beat this fight. But like I said, it was so long ago that I kind of forgot what Rildo does and what you can do to Rildo. So you could debuff him in his first phase. That's nice. And I want to say both of his super attacks in his first phase and second phase is a melee super. So Ultimate Gohan is going to work really well against those melee supers, because we know he'll have like 98% damage reduction with his guard, which is insane, right? Crazy. And he's on any and he gives support. Let's not forget that. And he gives support. So I wish I could have put Ultimate Gohan in slot 1. Could I? No. Because then Gamma 2 probably would have needed more ki for a super attack. I don't know. We probably could have put Ultimate Gohan in slot 1. So here, I think what we do is just float UI Goku. Have the blues link up with the gods. And then just float UI Goku. I think that's the play. Do that. Let's give that to the gods. I almost said the blues. And then UI Goku. Here you go. And then since we can debuff him, if Blue Goku needs to die, I don't want him to get hit. But if he does give us a 12 key super, remember he lowers attack on his 12 key super. So any additional from this guy will be very useful. But it looks like Rildo will die, like he's dead. Is the 12 key going to kill? It did. It did. Okay. So now we're on to the next phase, which is Hyper META-RILLDO. And then, like we said, Gogeta will show up. And I mean, y'all know I'm not wasting no time. I'm tagging right over to Gogeta. And low key, the lowest of keys. Let's use Gamma 2's active skill. Let's just give him the buff. We will save Ultimate Gohan's. We don't need to use it right now. And then we know how busted Gogeta is when he's able to get 10 orbs, right? With 10 orbs, he's going to have guaranteed dodge. So that's insane. Let's do that. And then Gamma 2, how many? So he did 4 attacks. Yeah, we did not proc that hidden potential system. That's crazy to think. He did 4 attacks. So each time you attack, you have that chance. This is a guaranteed dodge. Now, I know the rules, right? You dodge a super attack, you flex. There's a caveat. Unless it's a guaranteed dodge. Because that's just not fair, right? When you have a guaranteed dodge, what are we flexing for? I like to flex when my characters are like 80%. Because we've seen characters fail in 80% or 70%. If it's 100% dodge, that's not a flex. Now we just showboat. And truly enough, that's a 15-yard penalty, right? That's a tech. When you showboat, that's a tech. Tech, you know, flag on the play, 15-yard penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct, you know, taunting. We don't taunt around here, right? We don't do that. But back to what I was saying about, what was I saying? I don't even know. Hell, I can't remember. I'm just yapping, just flying off the gums. So Gohan did get hit, so he got his massive attack buff. He can double super, this is good though, because that's going to give us the 2-turn support. And then we know Gohan can't take damage against melee supers within that first 5 turns. He just can't take damage. 32 for Gamma 2 here with his 70. No, now he has an 85% chance to crit and an 85% chance to dodge. So he should be giving us some good damage. Yes. Keep the supers coming. Yes. And remember, he stacks attack. So every time he's popping off these supers, he's stacking. The quad super crit. Yes. Give us one more. What a turn from Gotma 2. What a turn. Look at him go, y'all. Look at him go. And then we should be able to finish off Rildo here. Yeah, let's do this. We should be able to finish off Rildo. You know what? Should we do this with the gods? How many super attacks did they get? 3? Damn. But they did more supers than that. Shit. My thing is, they still have their guard, as y'all could tell by the little guard symbol at the top. I want to get a little bit more stacks for the gods. Can they handle Rildo super? Because I don't want to transform just yet. Can they handle post super attack? They should be fine.
Are you sure about that?
Famous last words.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
Right. Blue Goku will give that to you. And I mean, we could tag over to Piccolo and use his active skill that will give this entire rotation 40% to attack and defense for one turn. But I don't want to waste that here. Right. Now my gods have a, is it like a raw defensive dodge build? So they really don't have a lot of crit in their hidden potential system, so they're not going to do any crits. Now I am worried that Rildo is going to decide to super. Now that I remember that this kid can double super. Oh man, I wish the hidden potential system. So there's the, we're fine with normals. This is the question. Super. Damn.
I'm not finished.
Oh gosh. Oh shit. Okay, that was it. That's a bad play by me. Let's jump back in. Oh, I should have put Blue Goku. Should have put Blue Goku in slot 1. That's my mess up. You know, sometimes the coaches got to take blame as well, right? Not everything is on the players. Sometimes coaching call bad plays. That was a bad play. And we ended up with the same rotations. Crazy. Yeah, UI Goku in slot 1. Yes, it's guaranteed dodge. Let's do that. And damn. Okay, we'll give that to Gamma 2. I was hoping to kind of conserve on some orbs, but unfortunately we wasn't able to. Yeah, we quite literally got the same rotations. That's crazy. Which is good though, because like I said, I want to keep Golden Frieza and Blue Goku opposite of each other, just because I want to have Blue Goku at max power. And you won't be able to do that with if Golden Frieza's on the rotation with him. Damn, I can't believe the gods, man. Let me down. Granted, like I said, putting them in slot 1 was risky. I'm thinking this is what? Pre-GDC content, and I can, you know, pre-GDC content, you could put the gods and the Super Saiyan 4s comfortably in slot 1, and they were tanking everything. Literally, like they couldn't take damage, even in their like, we call it their base form, even though they're Super Saiyan gods. But you know, even in their base forms, they wasn't taking any damage. But now we're post GDC, approaching 11th anniversary, and they're taking supers for 500k. They had 1 million defense at the start of the turn. They greatly stack attack and defense on their supers. If they would have got that hidden potential system super, we would have lived and we would have won. That the double super, if they would have, that normal got us killed. I'm calling it. That normal, man, got us killed. Got us killed. All right, Gamma 2, get your dodge in. There you go. Now that's a flex. That's a flex. All right. So yeah, we're gonna keep the rotations the same. Golden Frieza slot 1. We will keep Gohan here. I don't think Rildo has a cooldown. Or does he? You know what? Let's look it up. I don't know why I'm trying to be... Well, I don't want to look at the stats. I already did this fight. Now, if it's my first time taking on the fight, I don't like to look at the stats because I do kind of like to be surprised. You know, some of these bosses, you know, can hit really damn hard. So I do like to be surprised taking on some of these fights. What am I looking for? Artificial life form. Here we go. So, META-RILLDO, he does have a cooldown. So he should not have been able to super right away. Granted, I was not paying attention. I would prefer if he does super, he supers Gohan. Because we know Gohan, melee super, no damage, support for 2 turns, really good. So I would prefer him to super here. Damn, Gohan. Okay, you go off then, King. Okay, so no super attack. Unless he supers in slot 3 again. Granted, Gamma 2, if he wants to get his act together, can kill Rildo here, right? If this is a crit, we're in a good spot of finishing Rildo off this turn. Yeah, he's gone. Gamma 2 decided to play ball this turn. I like that. All right. So now we have this rotation, and he can double super. Oh, the gods might be in trouble here, because he can double super. Now I prefer to double super in slot 1, because Blue Goku should be fine. That's one of the gods only have to deal with one attack. What is the chance of that attack being a super attack? What is their build again? Yeah, they have like really high chance to dodge. And their equipment that I gave them is just like their unique equipment that you get from the 10th anniversary special battle equipment stage, whatever that stage is called. So let's, or do we? No, because let's just do this. Blue Goku slot 1. Blue Goku doing an 18 key super does give defensive support, so that's good. Jesus. Right here. All allies get that 60% to defense, so that's good. That's going to help out the gods. Can we get them a lot of key? We cannot. Damn. Our field of key has been terrible. Let's just give that to UI Goku. Okay, so hopefully double super in slot 1 is what we want to see from Rildo here. So no super. He hasn't super yet. Uh-oh. The gods gonna have to deal with another super attack. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Can you debuff this phase of Rildo? You can. Okay. Damn it. Goku, another super would have been nice. So he wasn't able to give the gods, because they get more super attacks depending on how much key you have. So at 17 key, oh shit, here it is.
Gotcha, bitch.
They dodge. That's a flex. Now that's a flex. That's hidden potential system dodge coming in the clutch. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hell yeah. Now we just need this boy to dodge. There we go. Licks. And then once UI Goku get a couple of dodges off, he should be good within that turn. Now we have Gogeta here. My phone is lagging. I think it's about time your boy needs to upgrade. For context, I still use an iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I can see like some of the lag, bro. Do we want to pop Gamma 2's active skill like we did the last time? Why not? Gogeta, we know how he operates. Guaranteed dodge. Gohan here. We don't need to go too crazy with the key. We can be a little conservative because we have shocking speed up. So let's do that. We can keep those tech orbs for next turn, but I kind of screwed them up, so never mind. Rildo, that's guaranteed dodge, baby. That ain't gonna work, kid. Gogeta should give us some good damage this turn as well, right? Yes. And then we can actually save his active skill when if we're in a pinch, right? Because he will change the entire field of ki to tech orbs, which is really good because he, like I said, gets guaranteed dodge if you were able to get him 10 or more ki. And then he also gives defensive support. That's guaranteed dodge. Rildo, nice try, kid. He also gives defensive support 10% defense to all allies, self-excluded, per key sphere obtained. So once we pop that active skill, Gogeta will give that entire rotation 230% to defense. That's crazy. It's a lot of defense. Then Gohan here, he's doing some good damage, man. Normal from the hidden potential system, you hate to see it. Gotma 2 can fly off the handles if he wants to go crazy. Okay, double super. Because the last time we was here, that friend Gotma 2, oh, it's a normal. Still crit though. So we got 3 out of the 4 supers from his passive. This the hidden potential system. It's a normal, but it was a crit. It was a crit. 85% does feel like a damn near guaranteed crit. Yeah, I'm not messing around no more. We're just going to transform into the blues. Usually you would like to save this for the simple fact of like, so the blues, once you transform into them, they kind of work like the gods. Their very first turn, they get like really high damage reduction. But this kid can double super Rildo. I'm not. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not playing those reindeer games. Should we just pop Gamma 2's active skill again, right? No, let's hang on to it. Let's hang on to it. Damn, that's a lot of STR orbs. I don't want to. Oh. Now this is going to be stupid because I might intentionally miss a super attack here for the simple fact of trying to keep as much ki around for Gogeta. So let's do this. Blue Goku, how we feeling? Dodge, that's a flex. Double super, double dodge. That's a double flex. Call me double stuff. Like an Oreo around here. Blue Goku. So he's going to debuff him here. This is good. Then, if he wants to hit in potential system super, that's a double debuff. And like the last time, that's a double stuff. So that's good. Double debuff is good. The blues should be able to clean this kid out because they're going to do a bunch of attacks. We was able to get them, what, 3 rainbow orbs? So they should have like a 70% chance to crit. Okay, I might have been a little overzealous. It doesn't look like the blues are going to kill. No, because that's their last attack. Okay. We'll let Gamma 2 finish it off. He's going to do a normal here. And he's going to give us a guaranteed super. He's going to give us an additional super. He's going to give us an additional... Okay, he didn't even need the super. So now we're at the final phase of Rildo. Now, if I remember correctly, this phase of Rildo, super's in slot 1. And his super attack is a Ki Blast super. Gamma 1 works just like Ultimate Gohan. So Ultimate Gohan, when he's receiving a melee super, he has his, like, you know, he gets the extra defense, extra damage reduction, Jesus, and the support. But Gamma 1, if he's receiving a Ki Blast super, he's going to get his extra defense, his damage reduction, and his support up as well. So let's do that. So we can put Gamma 1 in slot 1. The only thing I'm worried about, so Rildo's going to heal. He has another attack, and then he's going to do his super. That normal, I feel like Gamma 1's going to take some damage. That's what I'm afraid of. Let's use this just to get some damage on Rildo. He is going to heal this up. Jesus, that did nothing. Now we could use Gogeta. This is where we can use Gogeta. And honestly, I think we will. because we're still within Gohan's turn. Let's do that. Let's use Gogeta, because then we'll have another Gamma 2 that can link up with Gamma 1 that can give us some better links. So let's use this. That's going to change the entire field of ki. We'll stay in Ultimate Gohan, so we're not going to tag over. This is a super attack. UI Goku at 24 ki will give us guaranteed crits. We should be okay this turn. Yeah, he's just going to heal that up. But we got the dodge. Guaranteed dodge. Next turn, we can use Blue Vegeta. That should do some real good damage to Rildo. Give Goku his guard some extra stats as well. We should be fine this turn, though. Okay, Gogeta. He's popping off. He's popping off. And then this form of Rildo cannot double super. It's only the second phase that can double super. No crit. No crit again. He has a 58% chance, which is like a coin flip, right? He has no crit in the hidden potential system. I gave him no crit. He has raw defensive stats, dodge, and additional. That's it. Yeah, so he's good. UI Goku, you got one job, brother. And it's to dodge, not to get touched. That's your only responsibility on this team. Do not get touched. That's good. Okay. So let's do this. We'll use Blue Vegeta in slot 3. That's going to give us the most amount of damage here. Granted, we know Rildo does have the heal. And then just for safe measures, we'll just tag back over to Blue Goku. We'll float Gamma 2 off again. There's that for Blue Goku. We want to try to give the Blues a lot of Rainbow Ki, if I'm remembering correctly. For every Rainbow Ki sphere, they get crits and dodge plus 10%. So let's try to get them. We can get them 4. Okay, 4 will work. And then can we keep those tech orbs? Let's do that. Keep the rainbow orbs. Keep the rainbow orbs. Hopefully for Gogeta next turn, if we can get his guaranteed dodge. Rildo's going to heal. Fucking bastard. All right, here's the super. Do we dodge it? We do. Flex. Y'all know the rules. Flex with me. Flex with me. This kid has he got some HP on him, boy. Jesus. All right, come on, guys. Come on. They should have a 90% chance to crit. They should have a 90% chance to crit and a 70% chance to dodge, because they have a high chance in their base passive to crit and a medium chance, which is a 30% to dodge in their base effect. And there's the attack break. That's a good dodge. And then, like I said, Gamma 2 is fully built up, so he should be popping off with some crits here for us. Yes. If he can give us the holy 5-turn crit supers, I would be ecstatic. Uh-oh. One more? No. Okay, that's good. All right. So now what we're going to do. Ooh. Let's do this. We could tag over to Gamma 1. And we could put. Damn, but I will have to do this. And I low key don't want to do that. Because that means floating off Gogeta. If we could float off Gogeta. Because we could pop Gohan's active skill. You know what? Let's try to do as much damage to Rildo, because that first attack in slot 0 is going to be the super attack. So let's do this. Let's pop Gohan's active skill. That's going to give us a massive attack buff. Let's tag over to Piccolo. Piccolo's active skill is going to give this entire rotation 40% to attack and defense. And it's going to do some damage as well. Tag it back over to the Gammas, because the Gammas will maximize our links. 6 out of 7. And then let's do this. So we know that that first attack is going to be a super. Gamma 2, or Gamma 1 I should say, I'm sorry, should have no problems with that super attack. Oh, Gogeta. 6 key will give him a 30% chance to dodge. Damn. I mean, that's all we can get him. That's all we can get him is 6 key. All right, here's the super. We should double digit tank this, and it's going to give us 2-turn support. There he is at 140 million. I want to, dude, if we can get the hidden potential system, crit. No, not the normal. He's just going to heal that up. All right, 68 for Gamma 2. Granted, he does get an additional attack with a 70% chance to super in slot 3. So outside of slot 3, he's not going to have that. So I think he can give us 4 attacks. He only gave us 2. But as long as he's dodging, we should be good. Okay, so I'm floating off Gogeta. That's not technically good because, once again, he will clash with Blue Goku. Unless we float off Blue Goku, which we can. Okay, I say that like we're going to. Gogeta needs to dodge. He has an 80% chance to dodge. Okay, that's good. One more. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, so we make it to this turn. Woo! We could do this. Float off. We could actually tag over to Vegeta and do this. Now, UI Goku. I think this is the play, because if we float off the blues, we shouldn't have to worry about it. Because then once Gogeta shows up, they'll already be gone. So I think this is the play. Now, UI Goku, like I said, he has one job, one responsibility for us, and that is to dodge. We cannot get the... Why is it not letting me get that rainbow key? Dude. So we're going to get 3 keys, 3 rainbow keys. All right, let's see what we got. Is this another bad coaching play from me? UI Goku? Oh, bro, you cannot tell me that super attack did not creep up on your nose hair. Dude, it waited to the last second to show the dodge cut in. That's insane. Here's the Dokkan attack. Unfortunately, UI Goku is not going to go too crazy. Now, remember, this turn is getting that 2-turn support from Gamma 1 because he was hit with that Ki Blast Super. So UI Goku's at what? What did I say? 24 million at the bottom when we did the Dokkan attack? And these are guaranteed crits. Dodge. Okay, we should be good. The blues got an attack break. Blue Vegeta should finish this fight off. If Rildo lives this turn, we might be in trouble because we exhausted everything. Oh, Vegeta. Can Vegeta do a health bar? 80 million? Yes, he should be able to. He's got like guaranteed crits in slot 3. All right, wrap it up. We're out of here. We are done. It took 2 tries. Bad coaching mistake by me. I thought I could greed out a little more stack with the gods. They let me down, right? They did. They let me down, unfortunately. That happens, man. Like I said, sometimes coaches, we got to own up to our mistakes. But we came back damn near with the same game plan, right? And look at it. New record. I'm feeling good. So this is the team that we use to take down Rildo. If y'all want to give this team a try for yourselves, I think this is a pretty solid team. So just want to say thank you for watching the video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.